Welcome back to the Highly Original Podcast. I'm Joe Martino.
Michael Ianieri.
And we're on episode
23.
Three.
Now it's 23.
Yeah, guys. So welcome back. So we had our first guest on last episode, Mr. John. Finally,
It was awesome. I loved it.
No, yeah, great. I think it went really well, and kind of in that spirit, we're definitely going to be having more guests on. So hope you guys like that. We'll have people on who are like know what they're talking about, the subject,
right.
You know?
Yeah, dude, I just got to say real quick, man, Mr. John, it was a really fun episode. I learned a lot, and I hope everybody listening learned a lot, because, dude, both of you were some intelligent minds, my friend.
Well, thank you.
I mean, you guys together. I just got to lay that out there.
All the feedback I received about the episode was positive. So
right.
If you guys haven't checked it out, it's a little different than what we've mainly been doing, but you know, that doesn't mean that it's bad. You know, it's we did the film Selma, and Mr. John's a sociologist and scholar on protests. So really interesting episode. So kind of going into today's episode, we are doing LMFAO, the iconic dance pop duo. I don't know what you would call them. Like,
I guess, yeah, pop duo.
Like, all right,
nephew and uncle.
Yeah, an uncle and nephew duo, which some of you guys might not know. But we'll be going into that, after our kind of initial talking point, which is Mike. I saw this meme recently. It was like an Italian-American meme, and it was something I was not aware of, but now I'm kind of like, oh wait, I do that. So
okay,
I want to know if this is something that you do as well, because like this is something I never even like thought about. Like, oh, this is like an Italian American thing that I'm doing. So it was like kind of like this checklist thing on like I don't know, some meme or Instagram post, and it was like looking out the window for no reason, like the Italian American urge to like just look out the window for no reason.
Yeah, dude.
And I was like thinking, like, I do that a lot. I will just like walk by a window, just like kind of like look out there and just like there's nothing's going on. I'm just like
not expecting.
But I'm like what's going on out there? And I'm just like looking around, just kind of
do that a lot,
you know. And then I'll just kind of go on my way. But do you do that?
Dude, I do that a lot, all day, like when I'm home upstairs. If I'm upstairs in my living room and like no one's in there but me, like I got the TV on or whatever it is, I will pace back and forth. Yeah. Go to the front door, look out the window. Pace back to the kitchen, back to the front door, look out the window. Nothing's going on, but I just want to make sure nothing's going on. You know what I mean? What if something bad's going on outside?
See, like for me, I don't think I'm necessarily looking for something bad.
Like, I'm looking for trouble, straight up.
I'm just seeing like what's going on. What's going on out there?
Nah,
like,
that's crazy though.
And
man.
it's like I'll just be like walking by a window, and I'll just like go to the window and just kind of.
Did you pick that up from somebody, or because like I think I picked it up from my grandmother?
I don't know. I wasn't even aware that this is potentially like a cultural thing.
Yeah.
But like that's why I wanted.
Well, do you think it's one of those things like?
That's why I wanted to check with you. Like, I was like, do you do this too? Like, yeah. Because I do, and I didn't even like think about it.
Right. I mean, dude, yeah, I do that, but I wonder if that's an Italian American thing or like, is it just a thing?
Well, I'll tell you, when I was visiting in Calabria, I was visiting my great grandmother's village. I was visiting my cousins there. Like, you know, at one point, like I was like walking by, there was like this historical church in the center. Like you know how like all the towns have like the big church.
Right.
Right. So I was trying to go there. I was trying to like go in it, but it was like locked. And then I saw like this older Italian lady like standing on her balcony, just like staring at me. And I like, you know, I went up to her balcony in Italian. I started asking. I was like, "Yo, is the church open?" And this is like, you know, I said it in Italian. Okay. She responded in Italian, so like, yeah. See, I can speak.
Tu parla italiano buono, bomba. Tu parla italiano va buono.
I can speak it. And yeah, she was like, she told me like, oh no, it's only open on Sunday for the mass. So like, I guess I don't know what day it was, but it wasn't Sunday. So But I guess
she was looking out her window.
The point, yeah, like maybe it is like a thing. Like people that just like.
Well, I know like a funny.
And like she wasn't hostile to me either when I was talking to her.
No.
Like, but she was just like, "Yo, what's this guy doing?"
Curious.
And like when I talked to her, she was like completely friendly. She was like, "No, it's not open."
That's a joke I heard,
Sunday,
dude.
like, you know, so.
Like, I don't know if you ever heard this kind of joke or anything like that, but oh yeah, older Italian ladies are basically like the surveillance cameras of the neighborhood. Like things like that. You know, they're always looking. Yeah. Always watching. Always waiting.
I guess, but like, I don't even know if it's even that like I don't know, like that, like intention or like nefarious or something. Like,
no,
she was fine. Like, she was not like mad. She wasn't like.
But she didn't care that you knew she was looking at you.
Nah.
Like, she was looking at you. That's how they are, dude. My grandpa's like that to this day.
But like, I think it's like kind of cool. Like, it was just like.
Yeah, I don't know. Straight up with it. Straight up to the point.
Yeah, so I don't know if she was like thinking I was like a bad guy or she was just like, what's he doing? Yeah, because I feel like that's how I am. Like, I'll just be like, when I walk by the window, I'm just like, oh, what are they doing?
Right.
I'm not like, oh.
But I wonder if that's an Italian American thing because I'll see like reels on Facebook like.
I'm gonna say it's not.
Right. Yeah.
But continue.
Like. Oh, Indian people put salt in their food. Do Indian people or like do black people only do this? Like put like salt in their food. Like something stupid. Like do Italian people only do this? Like blink their eyes? Like not everybody blinks their eyes. Like
yeah.
That's an example, but I think everybody looks out their window.
Yeah, but I do think there might be like
I do a lot.
An Italian.
I'm an Italian American now.
Where they're maybe we look out the window a little bit more.
Right.
for like some reason.
Maybe,
I don't know. Like,
maybe.
I don't know why.
I'm not doubting it. I know that I do it, and I'm like everybody in my family does it.
All right.
I just see it. We all have a little window. We all look out of.
Yeah.
The family window.
So, if any of you listeners are Italian or Italian American, and if you're not aware of this, ask yourself: do I look out the window a lot?
And if you're listening right now with AirPods in and you're looking out your window at this
that
moment,
that would be kind of cool.
Yeah, that's like when you like open your phone and it's like 11:11, and you're just like, this is gonna be a good day.
No, yeah. So I just thought I'd go over that with you. It looks like that meme is more accurate than
It's pretty accurate.
Than I thought, or than you know.
It's pretty
all
accurate.
Right. So you always gotta like check claims, guys. You know, that's what I'm doing.
Fact check.
They made it. Yeah, I just fact checked.
Yo guys, Mike here. Are you still looking for new music? I mean, really? Well, if you fall into that category, I have just the guy for you. P. Danks mixes pop and rock together like no one I've heard before. And this next single he wrote in Switzerland is a tribute to a good friend who lost a loved one. Not only is it one of a kind, but it has a great message that only the Dank man could get across. So be sure to check out all P. Danks music on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, and YouTube.
Make you proud just one last time. I'll make you proud, you'll see I'm fine. In my head you were the line, but you spin me round just one more time. Spin me round just one more time. These tears are as salty as ever. All the fears I never encountered, you were here and not him.
So, of course, we're doing LMFAO today.
Party rock.
And, yeah. So, for those of you guys who missed the early 2010s, right. LMFAO, which was initials for, and I'm saying it here, it was either laughing my freaking ass off or laughing my f***ing ass off.
Right.
I don't know which one they were really going for, but
probably laughing my ass off.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, knowing them, I would actually agree. I bet you that it was.
Right.
So they were on this website. They're saying electronic dance music duo. I feel like that's probably a little more accurate than pop.
Yeah.
They were definitely making dance,
more electro
music.
Like club music.
But consisted of Red Foo and Sky Blue, which their real names are Stefan Gordy and Skylar Gordy. So they were, as Mike mentioned, a nephew uncle duo. I think Red Foo was the uncle, and Sky Blue was the nephew. So, but they were like similar in age.
Yeah, close.
They weren't. It wasn't like
more like cousins of anything.
Yeah, I think my understanding of previous research is like they were kind of raised more as cousins or brothers.
I don't think anybody said, "Hey, Uncle Red Foo."
Yeah, no. But they're so actually Red Foo is the youngest son of Motown Records founder Barry Gordon.
That's
so
awesome.
That's
really cool.
They do have like a connection to like music history.
I didn't know that.
You know, an indirect or I think maybe like a non-career one as well as a career.
Barry
one.
Gordon's a huge part of music. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, no, I mean Motown was
dude. Michael Jackson. I mean, gave the Jackson 5 their start.
I mean that's just one.
Yeah,
one. Of
yeah,
many. Many artists.
James Brown, you go on.
I mean, it's a whole genre is kind of named after Motown too. Like Motown artists are kind of considered their own genre. But they were founded in 2006, and then they went on hiatus in 2012, which we will touch on in a second. I just want to give you some of their big songs. They did Shots, of course. Everybody knows a shot.
Right.
They did Party Rock Anthem, which I think is arguably their most popular song.
2.2 billion views on YouTube.
Oh.
That's a lot of views.
Okay. No, yeah. Pretty good music video, too.
Yeah,
Mike and I were watching the music videos before. And then Sexy and I Know It was also their other big one. As well as, Mike, you showed me, apparently they were the Jersey Shore.
Get crazy. Get wild.
Okay.
Yeah, or whatever the song. They did the theme for Jersey Shore.
Did they do the original one, or was there like another?
No, they did.
That was the theme the whole time.
Theme.
Okay, I didn't know that. I actually thought that there was a.
It was just like the theme obviously was shortened to like 20 seconds. Well, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But I didn't know that. I didn't know that was them.
Right. I didn't know until I listened to the full song. I said, "Whoa, wait a minute."
But we were doing some research into them and their like split or their hiatus. It says their hiatus, but. At this point, it's been 10 years that they've been on hiatus. Right. And Mike, so we were reading an article. So what would you say, like, they kind of had a falling out, or it's kind of like ambiguous as to...
It seems like, from what I was reading, that Sky Blue felt that his uncle, Red Foo, was... I don't want to say like a sociopath, but he was like in control of like he wanted complete control and he mistreated people around them.
Oh, really? Okay.
And like he kind of wanted LMFAO to be his like brand as opposed to it being theirs and like.
Well, yeah, I saw in the article he was like he made like a tweet or something like, later on that was like you just like run with the LMFAO brand,
right?
But you'll always be like a half-ass like version essentially.
Yeah, right.
And I guess he kind of went on to kind of change his style. I guess post LMFAO.
Change his name completely.
Oh yeah,
Sky Blue.
Yes,
not Sky Blue no more.
Yeah. Yeah. No. So, I mean, but apparently they still follow each other. So it's like. There's like tension, but like it's not like a full on we're not talking to each other kind of
family
thing.
Feud.
It is a family. Let's play the feud.
I wish Steve Harvey was here for that one. He would have loved it.
Pop Dillas for 300 or whatever.
Yeah. Survey says. Nah, but yeah, dude. I mean,
all these people in the audience clapping in animal print. Pants.
Yeah. the different colored zebra print pants.
Yeah.
We have rainbow zebras. I didn't know that.
But I guess, Mike, to kind of start in, I feel like let's kind of talk about like our experience with LMFAO.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like these guys, I mean, kind of similar to like, Gangnam Style. It was like that same era,
right.
Again, the kind of more fun. I feel like when music was more fun.
Yeah,
honest,
when party music wasn't about taking pills and
like it wasn't.
Syrup
yeah, like just like
yeah,
depraved like
like
graphic descriptions of like like
you young people today.
Yeah, like
it was more. Like, it was just fun. It
wasn't
like,
songs like WAP by like Cardi B and stuff like that. It was like like the lyrics could get like they weren't like not like it wasn't like graphic.
Yeah,
It's just
it was like you kids would listen to it.
Yeah, it was like more. I feel like party music was more wholesome. I don't know. Would you agree?
Yeah,
with
I
that?
100% agree, man. Because like it seemed like the premise for these songs and the goal was to have a good time, and no pun intended. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
But like, whereas like music today, bro, it's more like in order to have a good time, you need Xanax and lean and Adderall. Like that's what's in music today. Like in the lyrics. Whereas, like, dude, like LMFAO, like
they're just like
drinking Red Bull, alcohol,
like,
like,
yeah, like
you know what I mean, like dancing with robots, and
like
Jesus, and
in the music video,
they didn't dance with the actual Jesus, but but the music videos are fun, man, and the music's fun, and it doesn't,
Yeah, I just feel like music was lighter.
Yeah,
like it wasn't as like serious, like or severe. Like it was just
nice.
They were just having fun. Like they're all like they would dress up in like these crazy outfits, and it was actually reminding me, Mike, and something you said. Like we were kind of joking. Like I was like, "Yeah, Mike, did you dress up like that?" And I was like pointing more to like Red Foo because he would wear like tight
you're right
animal print like crazy like glasses without like actual lenses all that stuff. And then like Mike was like, nah, but I kind of dress like Sky Blue.
No, I did.
You know, it's like that. Yeah, like that tight
black
tight
pants,
kind of like black pants,
colored
with,
belt
chains,
matching your shoes. Yeah,
and like all the. I think a lot of people had like T-shirts that like we see a lot in the music videos, like T-shirts with like random words on it. Like, like hi mom, like party punk, like all these like things.
Do you even lift, bro?
Yeah, like stuff like that. Yeah, like do you even lift, bro? Yeah, I remember that was a big.
Come at me, bro. Is another one.
Come at me, bro.
All at the same time, man. It's Jersey. I think the Jersey Shore. I think Ronnie started that.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was definitely like kind of that era,
right?
But yeah, I mean, I remember loving LMFAO, and they come on and I'm out. My friends like we're gonna dance to that.
It's on, bro.
Like that's going to be danced to, but. I always remember people like kind of hating on them. Did you experience that? Like I don't know. I feel like there were a lot of people who like
but you know what, dude?
I feel like they're the same kind of people that hate on Pitbull.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's with everything. You're always gonna have your haters, but I feel like those haters maybe now in retrospect probably wouldn't hate them considering the music that's out today.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
I guess, but I feel like. I really get irritated when people come after, like, dance music. And they're like, oh, that's not music. Like, oh, they're just singing about this and that. Like,
it's just a bunch of machines making music.
Yeah, all that stuff. I'm like...
No, dude, it takes talent to do that stuff, man.
I'm like... And I'm trying to think, like I want to say to them, you look at Red Foo and Sky Blue. Like I want to take these people. You look at them right now. Do these two men look like they're trying... to be Bob Dylan? Do they look like they're trying to write like ballads? No. They're trying to have a good time. They're just trying to dance. And I get really irritated. People come for Pitbull a lot too. I love Pitbull. The guy makes music to dance to. That's all he's doing.
Right. You were Pitbull for Halloween.
I was Pitbull for Halloween. I did really good.
It was awesome.
But no, but seriously, like, I know, I get really angry about this sometimes.
I mean...
the mission of this artist is to make dance music.
Right.
It's not...
Zebras don't have green skin. Why is his pants green?
Yeah, like, they're not trying to be poets.
Right.
They're just trying...
to have fun, have a good
to
time.
Shuffle.
Like, yeah, exactly.
That's all they're doing.
Every day they're shuffling.
But I don't know.
Dude, there is a lot of haters, man. And I feel like... Now, we're the haters that you're talking about, would you say they were, like, older, like the older crowd, or were they just peers of yours?
No, they were my peers who were, like, hipsters. Because you remember, like, that... Yeah. Remember, like, I don't know if this was going on in Jersey as much, but, like, where I was at, like, the hipster movement was definitely, like, being felt.
Right.
Amongst my peers, especially, like, early on in high school.
No, it definitely was.
Yeah, like kind of...
I feel like...
But they might not have been, like, hipsters, but, like, that attitude of, like, I listen to this band no one ever heard of.
Right.
That's the only real music.
Right.
And it's like...
Yeah,
those.
Yeah,
kind
I
of
know, like the
guys.
stuck-up, snarky, like music critic, armchair critics. I guess. you'd
Yeah,
say.
I mean, and it's like I'm not gonna. I shouldn't be coming after these 15-year-olds of the past.
Well, I will.
Yeah, I mean, like
I will. They
but-
made fun of Red Food, Sky Blue.
that's who they were at that time. I mean, I don't know. They're trying to find themselves. Everybody's trying to
Right.
find themselves. And like, but
Yeah, but dude, just
that's who I would say the haters were.
Yeah, nah,
Like-
I remember a lot of like older people at the time in like
Really?
2011. Yeah, like look at these clowns like
Okay.
influencing our kids to have fun and dress up like zebras.
Wait, really? I feel like my parents
Yeah,
were not
like-
even.
Nah, my parents didn't even
Like,
like or my
aware.
parent didn't even care. Nah, yeah, my mom didn't give a crap, dude. Like my grandma didn't even know what that group was. But like you just hear things, bro. You know what I mean?
How funny would be like we go upstairs, your grandfather's just watching.
LMFAO,
Party rag.
just like that was good, bye.
But you said he spent like a whole he spent like 3 hours watching K-pop videos all the
Yeah.
time.
I just
So
can't-
maybe I think your grandfather might actually like LMFAO.
he definitely would look at them as entertainment. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because like he'll watch like for example, like LMFAO. Just say for example, and look at me and go like this, good job. Like see they're working. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
it's
like,
like-
look, this is all a show. This is all their
Good
job.
production value.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Choreography, 100%.
yeah, like yeah. But I don't know, man. That's a lot of the haters that I remember. They were just kind of like older people thinking like, oh, there's new generation of whippersnappers and
Yeah.
there's snapper whippers and they're dancing.
But like
and-
they mentioned LMFAO by name,
No, I wouldn't say they
or just
mentioned
like in
LMFAO,
general.
but like,
Okay.
dude, like you said, they were a big part of pop culture. Like you go in Target, Walmart, they have
Oh,
the
yeah.
TVs on display. You're probably going to see LMFAO. You go to a party, you're going to hear LMFAO. So people were talking, and I just feel like, yeah, man. But I don't remember there being that much hate for them. I always remember them being pretty loved,
Pretty beloved.
beloved. Dude, I remember so many parties back in that time, man. Like at least once or twice, Party Rock anthem would come on,
Oh yeah.
and it was just a great time.
Man,
dude.
it's
It was
an
the
iconic-
best time.
I love like that. Shake that.
Yeah, dude, that was
Like,
that was
yeah.
literally my anthem for like a year. Like I swear, dude. Like that song, like I couldn't function without like hearing it at least like twice.
Did you actually? So you were actually really into that song, huh?
Dude, I loved that song. I
Okay.
actually like like we all have the songs we could like play like 10 times over again.
Yeah.
Dude, that was that song for me. Like,
That's actually I'm a little bit taken aback.
nah, I swear to God, dude.
I would have thought you would have kind of had like similar vibe to like Gangnam Style. Like you appreciated it, you liked it, but like
Yeah,
it
no,
wasn't like you were like, oh yeah. I really
No,
like
yeah,
it.
Party Rock was just something else, man. Because it just, I don't know, man. It makes you can't listen to that song and
Yeah,
be mad. Like,
It's just fun.
can you imagine like fighting with your wife and like you have a kid and like you're angry and you're picking up like your kid's stuff and you're mad at your wife and the Party Rock comes on and you're still trying to be mad and no, you can't. You can't look mad with LMFAO Party Rock playing in the background. You're gonna look foolish.
Mike, did you get married and like didn't tell me?
Joe, I have
That
10
was
kids.
that was really specific.
I'm just think like imagine like some dad who's like angry at the world and he's like mad at his wife and he's like trying to storm out the house and he's like party rocket in the house tonight and he's just like god damn it like it'd be hilarious.
No, I got you. It was just very specific. That's all I'm saying.
We're specific highly
Highly specific.
original
people.
specific.
Yes, indeed.
We're gonna keep that tongue roll in there.
Yeah.
That's not getting edited out.
No, it's not. Nothing's getting edited. We don't.
We don't edit
We
these
never
at all.
edit at all.
This is raw footage.
Yeah,
Raw audio.
yeah, definitely. No, but I guess kind of just like to kind of sum up like LMFAO and like their impact. I guess I'm gonna just kind of make the call that I did in the Gangnam Style episode again. Like, can we return to this era of just like fun music? Can we just laugh and smile again
right.
and just be like wholesome?
I don't think we
Like,
can.
you know what I mean? Like we were singing in it was like in the queue, like Macklemore Thrift Shop.
Right.
What a fun song. What
Right.
a just like wholesome, fun song. I don't know, man.
I don't know, man. People are too stuck up and hard up and like corny. I mean, straight up. You don't want to say I'll say it, bro. People are straight corny today, bro. Straight up. They like, I don't know, man. They get like can't get offended by everything. You gotta have fun, man.
Well, I don't see.
world like sucks.
No, I get what you're saying in that, but I don't even know if that's what LMFAO. I think like with the music, it's more just like it's got to be like the raunchiest stuff
Okay.
that they gotta say.
Yeah,
It can't just be like fun. It's gotta be like just graphic, raunchy lyrics.
Right.
And like LMFAO, like they were talking about like getting drunk doing shots. As you were saying, like now they're like talking about like
Taking pills,
taking
like
pills and like all this like like just like whoa.
Take these pills your doctor prescribes your child with ADHD.
Yeah, it's like now it's like you're talking about like the guy who's like at the party like that everybody's like whoa, put that away. Like what are you doing?
Right.
Like like now that guy's he's toasting the party.
Right, yeah.
The guy that you would throw out of your parties is now in charge.
He's in charge of the
Yeah.
party, man. And the music.
I know, and he's the DJ.
Shoot. Nah, dude, I don't know if we could ever return to that style of music being like the norm. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if we're ever going to see LMFAO again or a group like that that's as captivating and fun and doesn't have to do with like pills. You know what I mean? I don't know. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm dead wrong, but the way music's going, dude.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Sad.
and I guess one last thing before we go into our next topic, I just want to remark on is like how they really blew up and then they just stopped. Like,
Yeah.
Like Party Rock Anthem was like their biggest song.
Right.
I think,
I agree with
it's
it.
not really up to debate. And that was released in like, I think 2012.
11.
2012, 2011. All right. They released that. By the end of the next year, they're done.
Yeah.
Like they go on hiatus, and it's kind of like
So they had like a 5-year, 6-year career. But like it
don't make me do math.
No, I think it was a 5 to 6 year career, but I think like towards the end of it is when they really started getting the ball rolling, and it's just like weird.
Yeah.
But then again, I mean, all the money coming in, I guess, exposes true colors of people, and
But it also seems like they might have like, I don't know, maybe that was like initially what they were saying was just kind of like they were kind of just done. They didn't have anything more to do.
I mean, you could take it as that. That's how I
What?
read one of the articles. But then when I heard like
You think
Sky
it was,
Blues, like
you think it was more of an internal?
oh yeah, I think it was
Like
big money was getting involved.
They were getting big, and now
right, just like
now there was conflict. Okay.
and I guess Uncle Red Foo
Uncle Red
wanted to be Big Unk. You know what I mean? Be in charge of everything. That's how I'm picking up. And Rick, real quick, Rick Ross apparently had like a lawsuit against them.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I'll be brief with that. And apparently they lifted or used some of his lyrics in Party Rock Anthem or something. And he wanted to have like a settlement agreement and like I don't know if I read it right, but like Red Foo was trying to keep like Sky Blue out of it. Like he didn't want him known too much or something like that. I think that's maybe a big reason as to why there's some bad blood because
or just like an example of like a bunch of like a pattern of behavior.
Right.
It's just like one that got.
So I mean, just as quick as they popped off, they fizzled out and died.
They came and dropped one of the. They dropped one of the greatest party anthems.
Right. Now let me ask you this.
And left.
Let me ask you this. Give me your honest answer. No bullcrap. You think there will ever be a return of LMFAO?
No.
You don't think?
Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna say no because I think maybe. I mean, their careers haven't really gone.
Great.
That big
you said one of them were on
afterwards.
Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to like throw shade at them, but sometimes when that happens, like people do kind of put aside their their squabbles.
I mean, that'd be cool, dude. I mean, I think this generation now needs Party Rock.
We need LMFAO now more than
ever.
But, yeah.
And they start singing about pills.
It's like, they come back and like it's just the most graphic, like raunchiest lyrics.
Everything we said on this podcast that they weren't.
They can't even play the song. They can't even play the edited version on the radio. Like,
nah. And like, dude, real quick, I mean, they were kind of edgy. They would say some touchy things, but
dude, no, but like
they kept it pure and like fun.
It was like wink. It wasn't like in your face.
It was like summertime party. Like
it was like gotta hit on the girls. Like,
Yeah,
it was like
yeah.
it wasn't like
Right.
horrible, like
Yeah.
gross stuff. Like,
Yeah, no.
you know. Yeah,
Sad.
yeah.
Sad.
So, I don't know. I don't know who I'm gonna blame, but I'm not happy about
Yeah,
it.
no, you're definitely
Yeah,
not
but
happy.
It's just something that bothers me. Is
Guys,
Yeah.
you have no clue how much this bothers Joe. I mean, even with the Gangnam Style episode we did, you were just like genuinely upset. Like,
Yeah,
why is this music not
Yeah.
here anymore? Like, why? What is
Yeah.
it?
I don't know what happened.
And that
What
speaks a
happened?
lot, man, because that was probably a really like momentous. I can't even talk. That was probably a momentous time in your life. Is that?
Yeah,
how you
yeah.
say?
I mean, yeah, freshman in high school
That was probably a
Yeah,
great time,
big
and
shift
yeah, I mean,
of your life.
right. Dude, it really was freshman year. That's crazy,
Yeah.
bro. That's crazy.
But
Wow.
kind of unrelated, Mike.
Yeah.
You know, I think there's been lots of documentaries about cults in
Okay.
recent years.
Okay, cults. Okay.
You know, everybody's talking about cults, right?
Like cults, like.
Religious cults.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Right.
Okay.
I'm just gonna ask you: have you ever? Has anybody ever tried to recruit you to a cult, or have you ever like encountered someone in a cult?
I have not. No one tried to recruit me, but I did see some cult activity one time in the Pine Barrens while camping for a few nights out there
Okay.
in the darkness
In the
of
darkness
the night.
of the
Yeah,
Pine
surrounded
Barrens.
by a fire. I'll never forget that. I mean, want me to say it? Like, give you a little quick
No,
story?
I just asked you this question.
All
for you
right,
to
so our
ask.
next
No,
topic,
it's like-
Twinkies.
Yeah.
Nah, I mean, I wasn't sure if you wanted to go first, but I will.
No, yeah.
Here we go. It's summer. I'd say it's 2014.
Yeah.
And we're camping in the Pines. It was this campground called. It wasn't called Click Click Click. It was called. God, I don't remember the name, but it was in the Pines. It was in the middle of the woods. It was crazy. And I remember we had our fire and we had this like cabin. It was like this like cabin we rented, small little cabin, and we had tents outside too. Like it was like a bed in the cabin. It was just more so in case it like rained,
Okay, yeah.
which
okay.
it did. You
Yeah.
know, hide in the cabin. But I remember me and my uncles. It was like night, and we're just like getting firewood for this fire because like that's how my uncles were. It was all about when they're camping. We gotta have the biggest fire.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So we're cutting wood and all this.
I mean, that is the central event of camping.
Of camping,
is the
right,
fire,
right, exactly. And I just remember walking with them, man, and like we're pretty far from our site. And all of a sudden, dude, like my uncle said something like, "Dude, is that a head on a plate?" To my other uncle,
Wait,
these
what?
two brothers, I swear. I just instantly was like frozen in fear. I was like, "What? Like what?" We're looking, and it obviously wasn't a head on a plate, but like, dude, there are these people dancing around this huge fire. I swear I will never forget the visual. And like no one can tell me it wasn't a cult. They're like not chanting, but like mumbling. I don't want to say music, but they were all in tune and like it was so freaky. And I remember thinking to myself like, dude, if we go any closer to these guys, they might try to kill us or try to involve us in their cult activity. So we get back to our site. Like,
And, like, you know, these definitely weren't like
no, these weren't college kids. These
Native
weren't-
Americans or something doing like a ceremony or something.
No, Native Americans aren't like white people.
I
You know what I mean? I knew they
I
were
don't
white.
know, like
Straight up.
could
they
you
were-
be mistaken like some like
Nah, dude, nah. It was
Lenape like
Nah.
ritual? No,
no,
alright.
And that's if they weren't like you could tell they were white. Like if they weren't white, maybe.
I mean,
Maybe
I guess you would be able to tell the difference between like
Yeah, like long blonde hair and like
Oh, like-
you can see them around the
Yeah.
fire. Like they're pretty well illuminated.
okay.
And dude, it was very freaky, man.
Also, I feel like yeah, if it was like a Native American thing, like it wouldn't be as like you wouldn't be like uncomfortable.
No,
right?
yeah,
like
no, it'd be
like
cool.
you would just say yeah,
I'd be like, wow, that's really cool.
Yeah.
This was freaky. This was like,
okay, this was just
like
you just got a bad vibe.
there was
You
something
were just
on a
like-
plate, and at first we thought it was a head. Never freaking found out what it was, but they were dancing around this fire with it, and I really just remember thinking, like, dude, like, there's this cult. They're gonna cut our
It's
heads
like-
off. They're gonna do some crazy.
You're just in the movie Midsommar.
Yeah, there we go. You're like, and I will say though, I mean, after that experience, I mean, we went back to our campsite and everything, and nothing happened, obviously, but we were able to kind of like see their fire
Yeah.
from our site. Like at first we couldn't until we got out in the woods and noticed them. And we kind of retraced our steps back to our site. We were still able to kind of see the fire a little bit. But I just remember thinking, like, man, that was something I'll never see again, and I never want to see anything like that again. Ever since then, I wanted to make a horror movie around the cult.
Oh yeah, no, I mean
Let's go one day.
that's a great concept for like a
Right.
horror movie.
How about you though, bro?
No, yeah, no. So
you
like,
pegged the question.
I was actually like, people tried to recruit me into a cult.
Damn.
So I was walking to my friend's. This is when I was in college. So I'm walking to my friend's house, and I go to kind of at the corner of this road in the town, and like these two guys, they were kind of like I don't know how to phrase this, like they didn't look quite right. You know what I mean? Like we're like normal people, but like they didn't.
Something was off.
There was something about like their body language, their facial expressions, and like they were kind of like dressed kind of like, you know, like the stereotypical like nerd from like a movie,
Right.
kind of like a high school movie or something.
Right.
And like they come over to me and they're like, hey, like how are you? I'm like, hi, you know. And they're like, question like, do you believe in God? And I'm like, yeah. You know, I mean, it's a rather big personal question to just go ask someone on the street.
Random, right?
But, like, I kind of figured, like, oh, they're, like, from a church or something, you know. So I'm like, yeah. And they're like, maybe, like, they said, you know, they start asking me, like, about, like, kind of, like, theology or something. They're like, oh, do you believe in, like, God the Father? You know, like,
right.
Father, Son, Holy Spirit, right? That. And, you know, I was like, yeah. And, like, well, have you ever heard of God the Mother?
Whoa.
And I'm like,
God the Mother.
yeah. I'm like, no, I have not. You know, they and I wish I had like the passage, because the guy had like a Bible on him, and like, you know, he's like shows me like this passage that I forget what it was, but I guess in it like it's like an Old Testament thing, and then God's referring to himself in a plural way or something like that. It was something, but like Mike, it was no like smoking gun like this is evidence that,
Right, yeah.
that God, there's a God the Mother. Like it wasn't like, you know, and you know, and like, hey, you know, I went through a Catholic school. My mom was a religious education teacher, so
Right.
I know a thing or two.
Yeah, you were ready.
Can hold my own.
Right.
But but now that I'm thinking of it, I feel like anybody could pretty much have that read to them and be like, that doesn't
sound like...
it doesn't seem like it's saying one thing or another about God the Mother. There's no, you know,
Just like, kinda, it's very
it's
vague.
kind of random,
Right,
like,
right.
you know. And like I like kind of I was able to kind of explain my reasoning, and he was just like kind of like, oh, okay. Like he had nothing
To
come
say,
back, because
yeah.
like, you know, it's like now I'm thinking about it, like this guy was clearly like brainwashed.
Yeah.
You know, he's like kind of like very
Freaky.
smiley, kind of like twitchy
Yeah.
kind of guy.
Westboro Baptist Church kind of.
No, not like that. I mean, we had people like that would come to campus though, like that would just like yell
Like terrible
horrible
things
at people. No, this was more of like.
But I
This is
mean,
more
I
of
mean,
like a cult.
the trance
thing.
of that person, like they're in a trance, like they're not normal.
Yeah, no, I mean he
Right.
wasn't. It's like kind of something you would see like in any like movie about a cult. Like
Yeah.
it's like they're like too happy.
The beginning
like-
of any horror movie.
Yeah, like no one's this happy. What are you doing? But it was really the one guy. The other guy like didn't say much. So I'm kind of like, you know, I might have taken like their brochure or whatever. You know, like they probably invited me to like a Bible study. Like we have like all these Bible studies of like kids on the campus. So I'm like, okay, like, cool, like nice meeting you guys, right? You know, I'm interested in religion, so I'm always like down to talk to
Right.
the street preachers, like
Right.
within reason. If they're like crazy shouting crazy things,
Yeah, nah.
yeah, I'm not trying to talk to them, but like
It was like an interesting conversation.
Yeah. So I go to like my friend's house and I tell him like, yeah, guys, like I was just like talking to like this guy, like he was telling me about this God the Mother, and like my friend's roommate, I think knew about them, and she was like, they're like, that's like a cult. They're like they traffic people. They're like human traffickers, all this stuff, and then I eventually researched it and I actually found the name of the group.
Get out of here.
Kind of a little public service announcement here. So they're called the World Mission Society Church of God, and they are kind of related to, I guess, I don't know, like they're. Looks like
Can you
they're
say that
kinda-
again? Seriously, just so I could.
Oh yeah, the World Mission Society Church of
God.
God, and they're from South Korea. They were founded in 1964.
Were they Koreans?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Were they-
I don't know. The one guy that was talking to me was.
Were they like of Asian descent? Or were they
I think
white,
I think the one guy was who didn't talk, but like the other guy was not.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they were founded by this guy, An Sang Hong, and he died in 1985. And then I think his wife is Sangjil Ja, also known as God the Mother.
What?
So
Dude,
this
that
like,
gave me chills,
yeah.
dude.
So
Whoa, that was
this
freaky.
church like taught that like
Dude,
the
I got
founder
goosebumps,
was
bro.
God, and then when he died, this woman, she's still alive. She's 79,
What?
and she like lives in Korea, and she's
Is she like prophesized?
God
Like,
the Mother. I don't know. I don't know what she's doing, but apparently these guys like they like get you to go to the Bible study, and then eventually once you join, they like kind of seize control of your like finances, and like they have
Dude.
people like living in these like kind of dormitory things. Like
Jeez,
it's
dude.
really like
Dude,
they're
thank
like
God
they
you
take
didn't
control of your life.
go to their study with them, dude. That's freaky, man. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I would have been like out of there after
Yeah, I
the
mean,
session.
obviously.
I would have been like, these guys are clearly crazy.
but think of someone
yeah.
like down and
Yeah,
out.
but like
dude.
I already was like, nah, like I'm not joining another church. Like,
Yeah,
I
like,
was like,
right,
yeah, like
yeah.
you know,
Dude, I was
So-
not expecting that twist.
Yeah,
right
no,
there.
yeah,
Like,
like-
she's also referred to as.
but like they don't
mother.
apparently like they don't tell you that until you're like more in it.
Yeah,
They're like,
deep.
yeah, God the Mother's real cool. You know that she's actually this 79-year-old
Yeah,
Korean
you
woman
can meet her.
that we have in Seoul or wherever
Yeah.
they. Yeah. No,
Yeah, I mean that'd be a bad, as my friends in Philly would say, that'd be a bad John.
Bad John.
Yes, that'd be a bad John.
No, yeah. So that was
That'd be bad, bro.
that was
Like,
the time that I was recruited by a cultist or something, cult member.
wow.
Yeah.
Dude, just how you brought it all back together, though, man. Like that really gave me chills. And you were
No,
like, she's
yeah.
also referred to as God, the Mother. Like,
Yeah,
that's
no,
freaky,
yeah,
dude.
yeah,
Like
it's weird.
that's freaky stuff, bro.
It's
Cults are
weird.
freaky, man.
Yeah. But like it was interesting because my friend's roommate was definitely like she was like she got scared once I said God the Mother. She had heard about them and like knew like, so I think they target like women a lot or something.
Yeah, man, that's much. I mean, there's some crazy cults throughout history. I know that much, you know. And some of them are like romanticized in like film and like pop culture, but I mean, yeah, dude. I think any kind of cult is just like it's a big red flag. Like, hang on now, let's get some mental help.
No, it's like even the ones that like there are a lot that like kind of most of the time like they were like chill. And then at the end, like, the leader was like, all right, now we're all going to commit suicide.
Yeah,
Like,
like-
but, like, up until then, like, it was like, this is weird. But, like, it wasn't, like, anything, like,
Yeah,
you know, it's just, like,
God.
hippies just being hippies. And then, like, It's like, all right, time for us to all kill
the
ourselves.
casual suicide
Yeah,
that no one's going to be afraid of.
you know,
yeah,
like-
no, that's...
Yeah, so it's
We're going to do it for the 79-year-old lady.
I don't know if they.
Nah,
I don't know
I'm
what
just-
they
it's a
do.
joke.
Well, I think it's more of like they cut you off from like your finances and from your family,
your
kind
security.
of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's wild, man. I mean, dang, LMFAO, Colts.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a wide array of
Oh, yeah.
topics, man. That was I was not expecting your story.
Okay, no.
Like, I don't know if you were expecting mine or not. I mean, probably
yours
not.
is pretty creepy.
But yours is freaky, dude. Like yours, like I feel like you dodged a bullet there, man.
Oh, I mean,
I'm not.
I really
I'm not,
don't feel like I was susceptible.
Yeah, hang on now. Let
to
me just
joining
let
the
me just
World Mission Church.
rephrase my meaning there. Like there could have been more of them. Like something bad could have happened to you, bro. Like you don't know, man. I mean, that's freaky stuff, bro.
Well, I just hope no one who I was going to school with got involved in it.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
that would be heartbreaking.
Yeah, that would be more of my fear. But with that, guys, hope you enjoyed the show. Remember to tune in next week. We're gonna be going with these guests a little bit more.
Right.
So we got lots of nice surprises for you guys coming up.
All right, 2023 is gonna be that
yeah.
year.
Yes, we're picking up steam in this
Oh yeah.
this new year. So remember to like and subscribe. Follow us on your streaming service of choice, which includes Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube.
Right.
And remember to like us on Instagram and see all of our behind-the-scenes content and my glorious memes that I
memes
create.
That Joe busts out like a madman.
Yeah.
That do pretty well on Instagram.
They do.
Not gonna lie.
We've gotten some that
Right.
I don't know if they went viral, but
No, I mean,
for us, viral.
hey, I mean, the Rosie O'Donnell meme.
yeah, that was pretty popular.
That was good. I mean,
Yeah.
that was a good one.
That was.
The wrestling one of us is tag team champs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually a SpongeBob one. That was,
Yeah, this
That's
kitchen,
behind.
this podcast not the same as during COVID.
Yeah. All right, guys. So take care.
Have a good one.